Hi guys, welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. Today's going to be a trading tip video. I'm not the best trader, but I found a really useful way on the web app for me to make coins so I can utilize my time on the trial to play games rather than play around on the menus in the market. It is going to take a lot of patience. It is a waiting game kind of method. However, I found it really rewarding. If I look at my transfer list here, you'll see the player I've been using. I'm not bothered about giving away players to use for trading because there's always different players on the market to use. But you'll see a large proportion of this transfer list is taken up by the Spanish left back from Benfica, Grimaldo. And you'll see that he's been selling most of the time for 3,500 to 3,800 coins. However, this morning he did take a drop to about 2.5k, which by the way is a hell of a card to pick up for 2.5k. Really nice in game. I did use him for a couple of games on Rivals before I switched to Kieran Tierney. But yeah, a fantastic card to trade with and a great example for this video. So the method I've been using is through mass bidding. The patience comes into it because you're not going to win every bid. But what I do to begin with is go to the transfer market. I search for the player I want to. Obviously, Grimaldo isn't the only player to use. I put in there max buy now at 2,500, for example, and I can see that he is selling probably around the 2,500 mark still at the moment. So I want to list mine preferably for 2,400. So I want to bid no more than 2,000 coins on each card. Then that way I'm still making 350 coins profit on each card, which when you're doing it, if you bid on 30-40 cards, you're making about 15-16k profit overall, which if you do that a few times a day, you're going to be making your way up there to nearly 100k profit a day if you're a patient person and you've got time on your hands. So all I do, max price here on the bidding price for 2k. You'll see a lot of it's me already, but there you go. Current bid 1,700. I'll move that up to 2,000. Hopefully then it acts as a bit of a deterrent because there's a bigger fish coming in to bid on these cards. Maybe that person wants to bid no more than 1,700. If they want a little bit more profit on each card, that's up to them. But because we're making a minimal amount of profit, it's probably easier to make that profit than it is if you're that other person bidding 1,700 coins rather than 2,000 coins. Obviously, we'll make coins at a slower rate. However, we'll probably be more successful over the long run. So 700 coins, I should say. I'm going to move it up to 2k. And you'll see a mass bid here. I'm watching 10 items. I've been outbidded on 2,100. Get rid of that. There's not enough profit in there for me now. And out of these 10 now, I'm expecting to win 5 or 6 of them. And then obviously I'll mass bid on another 10, 20, 30 cards when the coins come back in for selling them. Once I've won them, I know he's selling for 2,500, so I'm going to list him for 2,400. But the important bit is to make sure I put the starting price at 2,200. So then I'm definitely making a tiny bit of profit and I'm not going to lose anything for sure. And then I go back to the trade pile and make sure that they're selling comfortably. If you don't have that vast amount of coins to begin with, if you're sitting on about 10-15k, a player I found very useful is someone like Gunter, a decent starting left back in the Bundesliga. I bid on him for 700 coins. For someone like that, because it is their minimum sale value, I had to bid on so many of them to win. If I bidded on 30, I'd probably only win 10, 11 or 12. But then I'm selling them for 1,000 coins, so that's 200 coin per profit. And when you're looking at that, that's 2k. So then you've made from 15k, you're making your way up to 20k as a then base to move on to players like Grimaldo or even Fabianski. I did spend a little bit of time yesterday trading with. I've only left one of him on the transfer list, but I picked Fabianski for about 1,800 coins and sold him for 2,500. When you're looking at these, I bid on about 30 cards at a time. I normally win about 20 of them. So if I do that a few times a day, I'm making 500 coins profit per card. I'm making about 20-30k profit per batch, which doing that a couple of times a day, I'm making up to nearly 80 to 100,000 coins a day if I've got time and if I've got the patience to do so. But it's definitely worth doing because the state of the market at the moment is really cheap. If you look at this, I picked up Lukaku last night for 69,000 coins, I think it was. Does it sell me? I don't know if it tells me, but I picked him up for 69k. And cards like that at the moment, especially when they're going to go into one-to-watch promos and when people get coins, it's definitely worth reinvesting the coins you make through trading into the bigger players now, because eventually they're going to be worth a little bit more when people get coins to spend on these cards. So hopefully you found this video fairly useful. I'm going to break down the instructions in the description below, but it is fairly self-explanatory. On the transfer market, find the player you want to use. If you've got 20-30k to start with, I recommend finding someone that's normally sitting about 2,500 to 3,500 coins, trying to win them on bid for about 500 coins less, then listing them for their normal selling price. If you're patient, you can list him for a little bit more. So say Grimaldo, I could list him for 2,600. He probably wouldn't sell for 45 to 50 minutes into his auction, but then I'm making a tiny little bit more profit, which over time obviously is going to work out a little bit better. The only thing you need to watch out for is whether the player you're using is actually increasing in price or decreasing in price on the market. Because if I kept bidding on Grimaldo for 3k like I was yesterday, I'd be losing 500 coins a card today. So that's my only tip, making sure that you know what your player you're trading with is going for currently on the market and bidding 500 to 600 coins underneath that price, so you're making the profit you need to make. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you did find it useful or if you did enjoy it, leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave a link to the people that I've been following for trading tips in the description below. You've got Michael on Discord and Twitter, as well as Cal on Twitter. Cheers guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.